Welcome to a great scene here. Excitement and energy flowing in the stadium as we get ready for this week's Game of the Week. And we can only hope that it matches the hype. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country. A squad here today looking to put on a show. Taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Monarchs will kick this deep to get us going. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the offense out for their first possession. Here we go. You can feel the juice in this building. What a privilege, Kirk, to be part of this rivalry game.
Well, there's nothing like rivalry games. You know, no matter what you've done all year, you get your opportunity to win this game today, and it can change everything.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Sticking with the running game. Powerful run into the secondary. They get him down, but a solid run by their freshman.
Man, this is exactly how you want to start an opening drive on the road for this offense. Really well-blocked play. Pick up some nice yardage. And if you're this offensive line, this is exactly what we talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front, especially early in this game. They give their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a 1st down.
Wow, that is an impressive start, Kirk. In an emotional game like this, to be so efficient, to click like that early is impressive.
Well, it's very impressive and a great way to start for this team because all the build-up and all the hype, now you can just settle in and play your game.
And the extra point was up and good. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Some Old Dominion's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Each team is kind of led, Kirk, by one of those alpha linebackers. They are counted on for so much every week.
Well, he's got to be physical in that box area, but also have the ability to play out in space against these teams that like to throw the football. Both these guys can do all of that.
Scanning the field. It's Stone. And it's going to be incomplete. Defense had a great chance for the pick. Couldn't come up with it.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense makes the stop. The screen pass doesn't produce a first down, and now it's fourth down. And the Monarchs bring their punt team onto the field. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
What makes a really good counterplay is selling it to the defense. You're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like you saw there.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The punt team making their way on the field.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the Old Dominion offense is back out on the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. The shotgun running play call. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The Monarchs looking to use the up-tempo offense here. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Looking to pass. It's Stone. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's third down and short. You trust your back and the line to be able to pick up the first down, and he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Grab near the sticks. It's Thorne. Big play in enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line. And the Monarchs are on the move here. Quick pass. The catch is made. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's got it. Looking for the end zone. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal.
Crispy gets so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention. Opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Finds room at the 30. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Going with the old counter run here. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Well, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts that the offense comes back with a counter play. If you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
And they'll stop him after a short gain. So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Can he make it to the marker? Tackle, but 1st down. 1st down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. He'll try a pass here. And the sophomore quarterback throws it behind the receiver. So 2nd down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Snags a quick throw. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to settle out and bring the pressure.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
You come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Coverage team brings down the returner. Old Dominion's offense retakes the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Looking downfield, it's Stone. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the 1st down marker. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And he drops back in the gun. And that one's picked off. What a play. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Monarchs offense is back out on the field now. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. To talk strategy here.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes a quick catch. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. The attempt is no good. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still leading by 10.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And the Old Dominion offense is back out on the field now. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. They said they just decided, and it's the senior getting home with the sack. From the 12-yard line, it's 2nd and long now. Back to pass. It's Stone. Quick throw to his receiver. He pulls it in for a big gain. And tackled there by the defense. The kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Old Dominion's offense retakes the field. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Monarchs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. He hands it off from the gun. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And here comes a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
On the run here, lets it go. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw. Important second down play coming up. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Pass not complete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pass caught. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
Offense back out there trying to get something going. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the grab. And completion makes it 2nd and short. And here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. The pass rush. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And the PAT puts them up 17 now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Monarchs offense is back out on the field now. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Looking to pass. It's Stone. Lets it go quickly. And it's complete downfield. Good enough for the first down to the 37. And the Monarchs looking to run some tempo here. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with...
The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
It's a quick grab. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. And he'll set up to throw. Makes the grab on the move. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a 3rd and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Oh, the energy really building now, Kirk. If they're not careful, this could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. And one of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
Extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Old Dominion offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points, and here we are in the fourth quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Running back grabs it on a screen. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. To the air, it's Stone. Makes a quick grab. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Football comes out, and the defense jumps on the football.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Offense trots out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here.
Get set.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Second down after that previous play. And the running back takes the handoff. Good enough for first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
6-9-1, gain a spark. 3-25.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking for the wide out. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. A solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line, and they finish it off here on 2nd and goal.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
Automatic on the PAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Old Dominion's offense retakes the field. This has been a long afternoon for this offense. All that's left, got to get some consolation points here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Scanning the field. It's Stone. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Oh, and the sack is made there by the freshman.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the offense, hoping to get a drive going. You come back out protecting a safe lead. What an awesome feeling to be way ahead in a big road game. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
They'll hand it off. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Receiver makes the catch, and the ball to the ground. He quickly lands on it and prevents the defense from creating a takeaway.
Oh, my gosh. The defense did what they needed to do to rip that ball loose. It's on the ground. But for the offense, they're extremely fortunate that the receiver himself was able to recover the ball.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Monarchs offense is back out on the field now. This has been a demolition, a monumental beatdown. Time to just put the controller down and walk away. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Dropping back. It's Stone. Ball is incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
That's an athletic play by the defensive back. Playing tight coverage, seeing the ball, and not giving the receiver a chance to get their hands on it.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. And he's got some open field ahead. And he steps out at the 3. Couldn't quite make the end zone. but a great pick.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
On the set.
First down and goal now. Can they punch it in?
Fire.
It's an option look. Pitch to the back. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
On the ready.
On second and goal, they'll give him another chance.
But they're going to score on the last play of the game. I think that's a combination of the offense just trying to work the clock. And the defense, they've already shut things down. They're in the locker room. They give up another touchdown.
There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football, Kirk. You walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. And I hope you brought your rain gear with you as we are in for a wet one. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Motion from the offense. Now on the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield.
And they got him for the sack.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Utah Utes offense has the ball for the first time. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offense's day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys... get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Snares it outside. It's Burrow. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
When on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Utes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
This offense has a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion.
Here we go.
The give on the inside. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Got him downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter.
On the double.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Out 55 weak.
They'll throw it on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Set.
And now on second down for this offense.
Here we go.
He'll try the left side. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Go straight ahead. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together,
Off he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Quickly complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. He'll keep it himself. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Grab near the sticks. It's Schroeder. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Wide open downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's got an open man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And how many 1st downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Looking to throw it again. Using the quick game. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
To the air, it's Ingram. Flushed out of the pocket. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Makes his connection. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Power football with the run. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Utes line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The offense lining up for a first down play. They go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Woof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Nice move to stay on his feet. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. And the Utes will move the sticks with the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Handoff from the gun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
On the ground with the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. To the air, it's Ingram. Fires to the middle. He's got it. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Here's the handoff. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They'll go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
Makes the catch. It's Schroeder. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Offense set on first down.
42 Spider.
They'll give it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Get set. Get set.
He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Tackle is made after the first down.
How about that fourth down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop you.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's first down from the 11.
325.
They'll leave it with him. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead.
Just destroying his way through the field. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Punches it into the hallelujah land for a touchdown.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it.
Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where they're put.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Back to throw, it's Ingram. Getting some heat. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
And you got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David,